Does well. Look at that. Typical great.
Here comes playing. Oh my word! Absolutely magnificent. Payet. Reed. He rose so high. Touched the sky. 2-1 down. 3-2 up. It's meant to be. It's surely meant to be. It's
Be a long night. Paquetá, he's played it through, and Bowen's in. It's up for grabs now. He's done it.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the West Ham Review. And as you can see, we definitely are live. Hello, Kim. Hello, Budge. How are we both doing?
Hello, mate. He said hello to you.
Hi.
Sorry, I am on the move, and I am going to have to sort of like cut off the screen because I'm doing some Uber deliveries, so I've had to work.
No worries, mate. No worries.
So
It's good to
all
see
right.
you.
Yeah, and you, mate?
Good to see you.
How we go?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good in that. I mean, I don't know if you've seen it yourself and that, but apparently, and hello to everyone in the chat, by the way, as well. Apparently, near enough 7 hours ago, it's been confirmed that Carl McCauley has now left West Ham as well now. So that's another one of the pot a lot gone. So,
Yeah, saw that.
yeah. So, yeah, all down to Nuno and his mob now to get it all sorted out.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, that's a good thing in some respects, mate. I mean, look, we didn't really know the full measure of Carl McCauley. We were just going on his success at Brighton and, you know, what he'd done with Chelsea. Let's be fair, he didn't do an awful lot for Chelsea. He didn't get credited for a lot, let's be fair. So, you know, but look, you know, Nuno's got his own man, hasn't he? You know, and I'm happy for him to bring him in. You know,
Yeah.
But,
Totally agree on that. Let's say hello to the people as always that's in the chat with us. And first one is Matt. Good evening, May. Big up Tony and the legend. That is Budgie. Evening, Harry, as well. Good evening, all you beautiful people. He says, "Come on, you irons," and he's saying obviously hello to Budge and Tone, and obviously Matt as well. Matt's filling us in here. Wowza shit! They're 2-0 down already.
oh,
Good evening, Colin. Hope you're doing well. Good evening to yourself as well. Matt saying, "Wows with a big lump like Kiefer Moore can't get out." Gotta love Harry sometimes. He goes, "You out dogging, Budge?"
no, I'm not. Got no dogs with me. I get what you mean. Yeah, no, I'm not fishing with you. No, don't be silly, Harry. I'm working.
Man. Good evening to Words and Pictures. Evening, Tony and Budgie, and also usual. Good evening to yourself. Yeah, usually also think the same thing. So you got a good old reputation there, Budge. Good evening, Frog. Evening, Dodge Potts. We all having a good one. Yeah, not too bad at all in that. And good evening to Togs. Evening, Ton, Budgie, and Chat, as he's saying as well.
Calling me a dogger, isn't
And always good to see everyone and say hello to each other as well. Togs is saying, Budgie the Uber driver.
Well, not Uber as in passengers, Uber as in food.
Nice, mate. Nice. Good evening to Michael, please, as well. Big up the West Ham boys. See McCauley gone already. Now Nuno is here. Yeah, we've just said that as well, Michael. So, yeah, finally, that's another one out of the way with. And Colin saying, evening, Tony, Budgie, Kim, you lovely, wonderful gentleman and lady.
Hi, Colin. Thank you for including us. Thank you.
That's very good. And good evening to Piella Tom as well. Evening all in the chat, he's saying. And like I said, everyone saying hello to each other as well. Michael, please says, is it Budgie or Reg Varney?
On the buses, fucking hell. Jesus. I'm getting some shit tonight.
Go on, mate. You know it's all love, mate.
I'm going to just hop out of the studio for 2 minutes. I've got to go into a shop and go and grab some food, basically. So give me 2 minutes and I'll come back on.
No worries, mate. See you shortly.
All right, mate. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Okay, mate. Ta-da.
Oh, can you kick me out, son?
Yeah, I'll just remove you for the moment. That's not a problem.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, mate.
3-0 now, is it? So is that 3-0 to the Wales game, or is England doing it? Have England kicked off yet, people? I ain't got a clue. Let's have a quick butchers anyway. 2-0 Austria, Scotland, yeah. Internationals, Romans. 3-0 now. Thank you very much for that, people. Morgan Rogers, Ollie Watkins, and Bukayo Saka has just scored as well. 3-0 as well. Good evening, Brendan. Also, how he's saying, what has he got? Answers in the chat, please. Yeah. Thank you very much for that. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, as we were saying, it's the international break now. So, at least that way it kind of gives Nuno a chance to do some wonders with this team. Well, hopefully, he's going to do some wonders with the team itself. Do you see any changes going on? Do you think we're going to see some improvement in them while we've got this break in itself, or do you feel this could be an opportunity for certain players like Tadibo, etc., to kind of work hard? Because as we know, they're not exactly great at the moment. What's going on here? Great goal by Saka. I'll have to have a look at that, mate. How he's going? He's gone for with Budgie for a Ruby takeout. Good evening, Marty. And also Frog saying I'll have a 24 with chips, Budge. The 24. Let's see if we can get him to do it as the show goes on. Michael, please saying, I hate you, Butler. Catchphrase. Man. And Matt saying, can't see the Debo JWP playing for us again. I mean, I said the JWP one, we know obviously the history with Potter, when he was at Forest, didn't really kind of take any shine to JWP, and it seems to be the same case here. Even though you saw him in training, there was some kind of communication, but I don't know if that was positive or not. But Tadibo, well, I don't know if you feel the same, but I do believe this bloke is not fit. He's definitely not fit. That's for sure. Peeler Tom saying, even though it's been better after Potter, still need to improve a lot. And I think this is, in certain respects, is a bit of perfect timing having this international break, because I do believe this is an opportunity for him to kind of, apart from obviously Bowen being, there, I do believe that this is an opportunity for Bowen, for Nuno to really work with the squad and gel them together. I think we need that. That's for sure. Good evening, Anthony. I hope you're doing well, mate. Good to see you got your signal back. Big up England. 3-0 Saka. Yeah, we just seen that as well. Frog saying, even the usual fellow, all under control. Michael saying, Saint sniffing around JWP might get 5 million. Yeah, I mean, if it's a January window and he's going to go back there, then all of a sudden it does us a favour, doesn't it? I mean, no disrespect to JWP, but he definitely hasn't, been the same for us, has he? Yeah, you're welcome, mate. Big up to yourself as well. Harry's going, 24 is the curried goat testicles Frog. Are you sure? Finally. That's nice to hear. Usual. Rice has been made captain tonight. So that's a good shout. Maybe Arteta will learn something from that. And Colin saying good evening to Anthony as well. Matt says Tadibo has an illness like asthma, I think, or a lung condition. He's always chugging out of breath. This is the thing for me, Matt. I mean, he since we've had him, was it 60 minutes, 65 minutes if you're lucky, and he's blowing. And this is supposed to be, a so-called decent player. So work that one out. Everyone's saying like Harry as well, which is nice. Frog saying, Harry, long as they don't have gentleman's relish. Gentleman's relish, why not? Anthony's saying hello as well. And Harry, as always, Anthony, good evening. I thought I saw an Irish wolfhound shitting in the back of a Toyota Hilux in the car park. Yeah, you missed it last night, mate. It wasn't a bad show. It was quite good, actually. There's good comments in the chat, as always. So, yes. He did use it last night as well, Brent. Yeah, you've been desperate to use that one. A Toyota Hilux. Anthony saying, not Harry, Tony's go, man, that's his car. Yeah, Toyota Hilux, mate. Not bad at all. Good old workhorse they are. Michael saying, Tadebo looks like he has put on weight since he joined us. So unfit. Yeah, I mean, weird, isn't it? I mean, considering we thought we got him for a bargain, stealing him under Juventus and that, and he has never really played a full game. I just don't get that. But if you're going to fall out, maybe this is the chance for Mavropanos to up his game a bit more than that. Kilman and Nuno to really work on the defence. It seems to have shored it up a little bit, which is good. Even though, as I said yesterday, seeing that Arsenal, beat us 2-0, it was only, like I said, by default that they got the second goal, because obviously you've given away the penalty. Other than that, it would have literally been 1-0. Frog saying evening, Ant. Hope you're all better there, mate. Yeah, good to hear that. Yeah, hope you're in that well. Big up, Frog. Good evening, Frog. Cheers, though. Yeah, he's getting on a bit now. The old man, he's got to look after him, make sure he's okay. Oh, what's happening there? No, press the wrong button. Frog saying, Anthony, bad news, mate. We're all in here together. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think if you haven't already seen it, I did a little kind of video beginning of the week saying about Jared Bowen. Could it be the possibility of him moving on? And it seems like the club's responded by that, because they're getting a little bit itchy now. And there is talks of giving Bowen a new contract. So try and, make of that one as you will, basically. Togs, you're about to sing that frog chorus song. Jesus, yeah, who remembers that? Man. People in the chat, what do you think Nuno will do in this during this close season? Do you think he'll work more on defence, or do you think he'll work on the attacking? Because I think seeing the little bits I've so far, defensively we seem to be shored up a little bit, but when you look at the forward lineup, we are severely lacking. So we need to kind of definitely work on that side of things, and hopefully Marshall gets given more of an opportunity, because at the moment we can't rely on Fulkrug. We said that yesterday. Fulkrug at the moment is you've got more chance of the QE2 turning on a sixpence than he is. So I hope that he gives the youngsters more of an opportunity during this close little break to work on and push on the senior players. I think that's what's needed. Tony, by the way, 2-0. Yes, mate, we know it's 2-0. But at the end of the day, mate, it was, like I said, for you, Anthony, Tony Claude's touring us saying, it's going to be a slapping, and only 2-0. Dogs. Pierre Tom's saying 2 years ago, Mavro was the worst centre back we had. It's now our best. As he improved, or he has his moments, doesn't he? He does have his moments, Mavro. I mean, there's certain times when he's switched on, he's not bad. He's okay, but there is a little bit of liability in him still, and that is a bit of a concern. But other than that, I mean, he's all we can go with, really. You know, him and Kilman. I mean, hopefully we'll get Wan-Bissaka coming back, but then the AFCON's December, is it right? So we're still waiting for this moment anyway. Harrison McCartney's finest work, the Frog song. Jesus. There you go, Harry. Yeah, a dubious fucking penalty. And I think even the old PGML was kind of said something about that as well, which is a bit late. Boom, boom, boom. Frog says, Togs, it's taken me 50 years to master halfway down the stairs. Ray, good evening to yourself. Hope you're all well. Thanks for joining us. Usually says, Togs, can you see the sham game tomorrow at yours? Ooh. Michael saying, wasn't Nuno a keeper? He will start at the back and work forward. This is his time to work with the youth. Yeah, he was a keeper. I mean, you know, when we played Forest, it was the talk was battle of the keepers, and obviously, as we know, Nuno definitely come out on top on that one. But I do believe so as well. I think when we played Arsenal, going back to that, let's say we did seem to be a bit more compact, which is great. So the signs are there. The early signs are there that we see in some improvement. But I do believe he needs to work in the midfield area, more the centre of the midfield, and he needs to work with the attack as well. So, and I think you're right what you're saying as well there, Michael. Let's hope he does kind of blend the youth in a lot more. Raimondo, I can and I will usual. Good. Everyone's saying hello. Good evening to Mama Flossie. Good to see you again. Great to see you back. Really is good news. A fine-tuned Frog. And it says, Frog, if we're all here together, then that's good. Absolutely. Evening, right, Mama? And everyone's saying like Mama as well. Twice in a week. Look at that. Frog says, and 2-0 and 3 of Gyökeres's shots should have passed the Hubble the Hubble telescope. I mean, unfortunately, that man at the moment can't cut a break, can he? But we can't talk much. Brendan's saying, evening, Mama. Great to see you. Hopefully you're fully recovered. Yeah, brilliant. I don't know. Everyone's saying hello. Yeah, brilliant. Togs, I'm just looking at the odds for tomorrow's game. Be interested to know what that is. Brendan say Loppy was a keeper as well, so I won't get too excited hearing Nuno was too. I think we've got a better out of the two. When you look at it, he's not a bad coach, is he? Let's be honest, Togs. Nuno is not a bad coach, and I think he's saying the right things and he's doing things. But let's be under no illusion. I think he knows himself. He's got very much a hard task in front of him, seeing what he's inherited as a manager at West Ham. Mama, ooh, yeah, say hello again. As Mark was saying, the actual law in the handbook says first point of contact 1-0. We might have snuck a goal. 2-0 was game over. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I was expecting it maybe a little bit high. I had us losing it 2-1. I thought it would be a tight game, which it wasn't. It was in that respect. It's just a fact that, like I said, we just didn't have no shots on target. So that is must definitely be on the top of Nuno's list. Good to see you later. Rob, good to see you as well. Good evening, matey. And he's also saying, welcome back, Mama. Amazing to have you back. Sorry, Gaffers. Nice to see you too. It's always a pleasure, mate. But no, you're absolutely right there, Rob. I mean, it's great to see Mama back. We've all been asking out, where she is, and it's good to see her back into the chat. And the main thing is she's fully recovered, which is brilliant news. Good evening, Mandy. Hope you're good as well. The Premier League has stopped because England play a very competitive game against Wales. Yeah. You can't, as they say, you can't make that stuff up, can you? Not excited about that at all, I'll be honest with you. We're saying Northern Ireland under 21s 2, Malta under 21s 0. That's good news as well. Thanks, Harry. Frog saying, Mama's got a brand new noggin. Evening, Mama. Just imagine James Brown singing that song there as well. Thanks, Rob Culp. It's good to be back as well, she's saying. Anthony's saying he's 50-50 on Gyökeres, if I'm honest. I mean, look, we didn't get a chance to talk about it last night when you weren't there, mate. So we weren't going to take your place in that respects. But we did mention the fact of playing in the Portuguese and coming back over into the Prem. It may be a struggle for him first of all, but depends how your team's set up as well with Arteta, isn't it? I mean, if they're not supplying or feeding that man, which he needs, then he's not gonna do much at all. But then we were saying about Sesko with Man United, Anthony, same situation there, really. Colin's saying, Tony, I feel he will work on the defence and forward areas, but more than anything, I feel he's working as a team, something Povin never did. And that's a great shout there, Colin, because that's one thing I liked about him. Even when the press were trying to ask him about other areas, the first thing he was saying about, no, I've told you, it's about bonding, us bonding first of all, us bonding with the fans, and then, of course, I can deal with the other stuff afterwards. So as long as he sticks to that, then we should be all right. I think he will definitely get it. Even Frog, and as always, ever saying hello to each other, always great in the community. Michael said our squad are more suited to the Nuno style 4-2-3-1. Yeah, I agree on that. I mean, he talks to the players, doesn't he? And there's a smile on his face. I mean, no doubt, he won't take nothing for granted. But at the same point, I do believe that he will turn this team around. I think he's got it in him. And as always, everyone's saying good. Good evening to Damien, the special one. And Michael, please, we need more mobile centre forward and another athlete in midfield, more 4-3-3 at the moment. I mean, as I said, I'm sure he's already put his shopping list in with Sullivan. And let's hope that Sullivan kind of backs him in the January window, because we do need to get something in. We can't be dealing with a 32 and a 34-year-old. And we need someone to go in with Callum Marshall. That's what we've got to look at, is people like that. Evening, Mama Flossie. How you doing? Nice to see you again in the chat, sweetheart. He's saying, in my opinion, of course. Anthony saying, Tony, thought I'll tell you I broke 4. Jesus Christ, man. Mate, you surely got to sort this bloke out, mate, because look at this is happening too often with you. Thought I tell you I broke 4 ribs 3 weeks ago. I fell through the roof and landed in the loft. Good job the floor was boarded out. Mate. That's not an easy one, ribs, that's for sure, mate. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're doing all right, mate. I mean, at the end of the day, bloody hell, man. 4 ribs. God, fucking hell, Anthony. Frog saying, at least Nuno gives the impression of being interested, generally by his team picks so far. Potter couldn't give a wet one. Pay packet merchant. And this is the thing, Frog, isn't it? I mean, I said yesterday, and saying Budgie's not backing you at the moment, because we would have discussed this one. The fact that apparently Sullivan's had to fork out £5 million to get shot of Potter. Maybe £5 million well spent, because it's done us all a favour. And he's gone. Michael Forbes gets the second goal. Brilliant. Good stuff. I'm doing really good. That's brilliant to hear. Evening. Rob saying, when we have a Hammers Football TV night out, mate, we'll have to arrange something most definitely on that one, Rob. Yeah, it was good to see you guys at Terry's do. So, let's sort something out, mate. Let's definitely do that. Colin there. Budgie saying, sorry, Tom, give me a few minutes. No worries, Budge. No worries, mate. And, we know you're there. Evening, Rob. Mandy's adds, this season is about staying in the league. Nuno had to be the next manager. Yeah, I think it was good that we've got him. I think we were saying yesterday, don't want to have the likes of Deitch or and others like that. But, yeah, I think we've got a better deal there. Frog says, Anthony Ginnell, Rod. Oh, man. Rod Hull impressions never work out well. Jesus. Mama's face. Good Lord, Anthony. Yeah, that's definitely is painful, isn't it? Because no doubt everything you do, every kind of breath you take, Jesus. Harry saying his Bombay Aloo isn't ready. Pass Anthony the barbecue sauce. Did a bit. Jesus, man. I'm sure it did. Daniel's saying, I think Potter was eyeing his payoff before the end of last season, if I'm honest. I don't think he wanted a foul, but I think he questioned himself as early as then. Probably not a bad shout there, mate. I mean, for me, you've had 2 years off before you took the West Ham job. I thought he would have definitely learnt from his mistakes and would have come in a little bit better prepared at West Ham, but definitely not that place, and well, the main thing we know he's gone there is just some of his team tactics were questionable at best. So you've really got to look at, unfortunately for Potter, I think he's damaged his reputation. That's it. That's the thing, isn't it? And for me, this was an opportunity to resurrect his career. If you think about it, he got what he wanted. He got the 2.5-year deal. So surely at that point there, you learn from that, and it's a case of, right, this is my chance now to shine. And if I can't do that, then I've definitely got to question what I do afterwards. Up on the roof, Colin. Under the boardwalk. Absolutely brilliant. Oh man. Frog says, Anthony, are you a good healer? That must be fucking sore. God, Frog, what this man's gone through so far, and that, blimey. Anthony, the question I'll have to ask you, mate, are you actually insurable or are you uninsurable? Because, the amount of injuries you're getting lately. I think that's its own, the 2 years off. This is the thing, mate, I think, he struggled to get back into the swing of it. But for that layoff, though, I'd still do believe you take the break, don't get me wrong. You keep an eye on what's going on in the footballing world, because if you want to come back, surely you've got to kind of have your mind switched on. You've got to make sure you're thinking the right way. If an opportunity knocks, basically, as they say. But yeah, Potter just didn't do that at all. And he's saying, when this old Will starts getting you there, just finishing everything. Brilliant. Pierre Tom says, Nuno has much more personality than Potter. We will know so much more after the Brentford game. How good it would be to get a win at a game at home. That in itself, the knock-on effect on that, because I think that's the thing, Pierre. If you get that win at home, wouldn't say you pacify the fans, but it lifts the spirit a little bit. We know what's going on with the board. We know that's there. And we know our thoughts and feelings on that. But to get a win at home in front of the fans, you'll see it in Nuno, you'll see it in the players, and that kind of knock-on effect gets onto the fans. And at least that way you can go home, have a nice journey back with a smile on your face and think to yourself, the boys actually put a shift in there. And it's the next game after that for me. Can we kind of get onto the next one and the next one? Because we need to now, because when you think about it, currently sitting 19th is not pretty at all. Frog said, and I said you'd never get the shit. Block and tackle, Frog. You can easily kind of do the old pulley system, get one up there. Not that I know, but I've heard about it. Don't be saying Nuno has come with expectations of what a motivated team should be behaving like. And I think, like I said, Damien, what I liked about him when he first came in, he said the right things. It's a case of and I don't know, maybe he was looking, because funny what you just said there, where you think Potter 2-year layoff, come to West Ham and that didn't really have a clue. Whereas Nuno, even though he's in the footballing thing, his mind was Forest. But he comes to West Ham, after 18 days. And he knows the areas we're lacking. the connection between the fans and the players and the fans, getting that community spirit going, working on key areas where we can bond and stuff like this. That's what Potter should have done, but that's easy to look at now, basically. Good evening to Anthony's cousin, Wurzel, Fiddler on the Roof. Yes, if I was a rich man, Fiddler on the Roof, top off. Maybe that's what Anthony was doing at the time. Block Wurzel somebody. Oh, man. Tug says that was the monkey from the Pipkins. Muzzletov. Hey, Muzzletov. Yeah. Fuck. Harry's saying the only way is up, baby, if it hits you and me, girl. Down to the ground. Jesus. Anthony's saying every bloody show I'm in, everyone takes a piss. Well, I've got to say I love it. Oh, man. Try not to laugh too much, though, Anthony, because that must be murder on the old rib cage. Matt's saying Potter couldn't galvanise a brothel. The thing is, though, when you look at it, we kind of touched it a little bit last night. It's where Potter goes from here. Does he kind of go to the Championship? Does he go Rangers? Or Man United? Who knows? Rob says, I just want to be able to walk into work on a Monday and not have the piss taken out of me because of West Ham's weekend results. In Nuno, I trust. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a good thing, isn't it, Robin? I mean, I got that straight away kind of thing. Who knew? You get that crap going on as always, and how we were, and we're going down, etc., etc. But we live with that. We've got no problems with that. We've been through thick and thin, haven't we? At the end of the day, so getting that win under you, walking with a little bit of sense of pride to see the team do well. Rob saying, hurts more when you laugh, Anthony. I know. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Harry's saying, where do we go from here? Is it down to the lake, I fear? Brilliant. Player Tom saying, to be honest, anyone watching one West Ham game could see the problems, apparently, except Potty. And you can see near the end where he got questioned on certain things, and his attitude and the way he kind of spoke back to the press. The toll had turned. You could see it was definitely affecting him. And as I said, I think we all agree how they got rid of him. To do the press conference and then get rid of him halfway through. Yeah, not good at all. Welcome back, mate. Welcome back, mate.
Thank you. Actually, I'm kind of done for the next 20 minutes, so I'm on my way back to mine.
Nice, mate. Nice.
So you're about to see me better in a minute.
No worries, mate. Good stuff. Just to fill you in, Budgie, if you hadn't already seen it, poor old Anthony Herbert and that silly bugger fell through the roof, and he's cracked 4 ribs. So yeah, he's not in a good way. Yeah,
well,
silly old.
Sorry to hear that, Anthony. I am sorry to hear that you're in pain, mate. But don't go up on fucking roofs, mate. Listen, you kept on telling me off about corners when I'm plastering, right? You're getting the same treatment. Anyway, moving on.
Superb. Damon was saying here, I'm going to be keeping my eye on Fulham's game to see if Adama Traore still has it in the tank. I see him more as an Antonio replacement up front than on the wing. Yeah. I mean, what do you think of that one as well, Bud? Do you think, it seems that Nuno's maybe he sees him as a short-term fix to get Adama Traore into the team in January?
Yeah. Listen, I've always liked Adama Traore. Right? I've always thought he was a big, strong lad. I've always compared him to Mikel Antonio in a lot of ways. and his power, his strength, his speed, and his ability to tackle. Because I think he was quite a good tackler. Let's be fair, right? But I think he's a little more refined than me. However, his finishing has always worried me.
Mm.
Sometimes it's score an absolute thunderbolt, but then when you've got a sitter, he just tends to fluff his lines,
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm a little bit concerned with that. But having said that, getting him in the squad, I'm all for it, regardless of where he thinks he can play him. I'm all for getting him in. I really am.
Well, if he can cause defence's concerns by running at them, then yeah, you've got to have that. But I mean, as Damon's saying here, kind of thing, I'd like younger and better though, to be honest. And we've got Callum Marshall. Do you think we'll get someone else in the January window as a forward?
I'm hopeful, mate. I'm hopeful. Listen, let me just quickly. I'm just going to switch the car off. The Bluetooth will go off, and then you'll come up on my speakerphone.
No
Give
worries,
me a
mate.
second.
See you soon. Free Ford and Tom Petty, brilliant. Frog saying, "Yeah, Pierre, exactly. I can only surmise Potter didn't give a monkeys and intended just earning a good few bob before being fucked off. Probably about that. Yeah." Togs is saying Nuno knows West Ham problems, but as a manager, got turned over 3-0 by him as well. Yeah, that's a good thing as well. I mean, considering we got turned over by them 3-0 and we did exactly the same thing, and that's the reason why he lost his job. In certain respects, it was a blessing for us because we obviously got him then as a manager. But I just like the fact that he seems like he's done his own work, though, for me, Togs. That's what I like about it. Michael saying, be honest.
Put my earbuds on.
No, it's me. Michael saying, be honest, if Potter was here still, 99% of us would have been happy with a 5-0 loss. Yeah, this is true. I mean, it would have been completely different. Yeah. I think no doubt with that one, Damien. I do believe this is where the board was kind of in conflict at this stage, and at least that way, then with Kaczynski sorting this Nuno business out, it's got to be all good. Harry's saying, "Fuck Anthony's ribs." You all switched up. He's froze for the moment. That's a great pitch, though, isn't it?
I've got to mess
That's
it
it.
up with my.
We've got you there. We can hear you. We can see you.
Yeah, hang on. I've just got to do something quickly. Bear with.
No worries, mate. Harry's saying, "Fuck Anthony's ribs." What was the food, Budgie?
Right. I don't know if you can hear me, can you?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. We can hear you.
Why can't I hear anything on my earpiece?
Yeah, we can hear you, though.
Really there we go. I've got you now.
Yeah, brilliant.
Got you now.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Harry's
mate.
asking.
Technical difficulties, right?
Yeah, Harry's saying, "Fuck Anthony's ribs." What was the food, Budge?
Oh, yeah, Chinese this time, man.
Ah, see.
It was a Chinese this one. Yeah, it smelled so good and all. I hate it.
Frog says, "I wish I could fly right up the sky, but I fucking can't." And he's saying, "Thanks, Budgie, you're so kind." Yeah, well, calm, as they say. Colin saying, "Tony, the game at home with Brentford will be interesting to see how many fans turn up to watch for the boycott game, but it'll be interesting to see how the players will perform in front of less fans." What'd you make of that one? What'd you make of that one?
I quite completely agree with it, mate, because this is the game that's been chosen to be boycotted, and there are quite a number of people that are going to boycott. And good luck to them, fair play to them. I'm also boycotting. I've been offered tickets. but I've chosen not to take them because of the boycott. I am desperate to get Kim to a game, but not under them circumstances. I don't want to be one of those that supports it and then doesn't do it.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the thing.
So I'm going to choose my game to take Kim to. But having said that, I think as far as the game is concerned, it's going to be a tough one. Always is against them buggers. It's slippery,
Yeah, and the thing is, we were saying last night on our show, when you think about it, the coach in there has actually got them actually playing. And I thought he might have struggled. That's the thing with him because he didn't seem.
See, losing Thomas Frank should have been a lot worse for them.
Yeah,
it should have been, but it wasn't.
No,
and like Brighton, they seem to have had the right man in place straight away.
Yeah, which I was quite surprised. But fair play to him in that. But I think the key thing is you said, Budge. If we're gonna, the momentum of this protest and the boycotting and that, we've got to, if they're going to do it, they've got to be rigid with it. Because obviously, soon as you start tailing off that, then they've won basically. Simple as.
Yeah.
Good evening, Pepsi. No, not at all. Good evening to Pepsi. Though he said, did he just jump a red light there?
No, I don't do like
that. Michael's asking the question. With a Traore in that, can we afford the baby oil bill?
Well, actually, I think we probably can when you consider who owns us.
Of course, yes. It's not baby oil, mate. It's definitely lubricant.
No, but they got to have something like that in stock, haven't they?
Yeah, that's for sure.
So I reckon so.
Damien's saying here, thing is, Falkirk is a really good finisher. He just doesn't get a sniff. But the same point as well, mate. He's also got to work for it. As don't get me wrong. Yes, they should supply to him as well. But I think that he's also he's got to work for it and all. But it is. We know he can finish. It's just having the service. Oh, yeah, Harry. Sticking the middle finger up. Harry's saying. Budgie's new show, Pimp My Igo.
Oh, brilliant.
Pierre Tom says, note to Traore, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, there must be someone better and younger out there.
Well, to be fair, I actually thought that we sold that player to Manchester City.
Yeah.
Divine Obama. I thought he was going to be that player, but we sold him to Man City, and it's turned out he hasn't turned into that player.
Yeah.
So what can we say? What can we do?
I mean, the only way I see it is Adama's only in for a short-term thing, just to kind of see us through for the season.
Yeah.
Can he, do something, and then we rebuild from that point for next season?
Well, I mean, the thing is, we kept on saying, "Oh, look, let's keep hold of Michael Antonio for one more season, just so that we can, save a little bit of money and perhaps, and bring someone in that he can train up." Mate, he blew them all out of the water, every single one of them. And I'm pretty sure that Adama Traore would do the same with anybody you want to put in his position, with the exception of Somerville.
Yeah,
because I think he should be a left wing player myself, Traore.
Interesting. Damien says we will get a forward. It's just how much they're willing to spend. We've just sold a Gerd. I'll be getting Emerson out the door as well, Thunder Striker as well, and just go Variola and Fab. Yeah.
And we got, what was it, 1.3 million for Emerson as well, didn't we?
As well, yeah. So
1.3 million. I mean, the man's won every trophy in club football that you can win in Europe, and we sell him for £1.3 million.
Just thinking of, because obviously there's another one that fell out of favour with Potter.
Yeah.
But
imagine what he'd be like under Nuno.
Well, this is what I'm saying, Budge, because I'm just thinking about that. When was Potter manager when Emerson was at Chelsea?
I do believe so. I don't think it was him that sold him to us because he came to us from Lyon with Paqueta, didn't he?
Yeah, it just makes you wonder if there some kind of animosity between them two that way they fell out. But I think I agree with what you're saying, mate. For what we sold him for, and that, I mean, I think that was just taking the absolute Mickey for 1.3.
Yeah. But it's
sorry, mate.
It's ridiculous amount. But go on, carry on.
No. Michael's saying Nuno knew he was gone and through the game. Yeah. Everyone say like Harry as well. Oh, there's a bit where you froze, Budge. So they say, "Yeah, nice mugshot, Budgie."
Yeah.
Have to trim some fat in January. Yeah, we've got to get rid of some players, haven't we? I mean, get some.
I'm going to have to do it long before then. But yeah, I think that for me, I think there's 4 players that are stand out, to go in January. Ward-Prowse, I think Fulkrug goes. I've got a funny feeling that Callum Wilson goes, sorry. And I've got a funny feeling also that Thomas Souček's going.
That'd be interesting. I don't
want Souček to go, but we know that he's not going to get used very often, not under Nuno.
Don't look like it, does it? Doesn't look like it.
He wants pace and skill in the midfield.
Yeah.
He does not want power and strength, which is what Thomas gives us,
Yeah. How you say that? Fucking he'll help the aged. Jesus. Pepsi says, what was the name of the Chinese woman? Tog says, hope Budgie bought a lighter or 2 today. He's all right.
Yeah. Got me lighter. I'm fine, thank you, baby.
Anthony's saying, did you have ribs with your Chinese, Budgie? He was delivering it, mate.
I was delivering it, not eating it, bro.
Damon said, would love Potter to go to Rangers. We could sell them to JWP.
Oh, yeah, as far as he gets away from us, the better, isn't
it? Frog saying, Ray, evening, mate. Hope you're having a good one out there. As usual.
Evening, Frog.
Paul Weller, lights go out, task come tumbling down. Jesus. Pepsi saying, don't bother with England, just seen that Saka goal. Yeah, it's supposed to be a pelter. And he's going, here we go. Any more songs dancing on the ceiling? There you go, Budgie. You don't need to do anything. Everyone's doing it for you, mate. Take the piss.
Oh, no, it's great. I was just thinking exactly that. Exactly that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Big up.
Revenge is sweet, Anthony.
Pierre Tom says, it will be a shame, especially if we win well, but the protest ought to go ahead as planned. It has been made clear it's not aimed at Nuno or the players, which is great. I mean, it is definitely a board thing. That's the thing.
And the thing is that as well, I've been in message contact with Paul Colborne, who's one of the organisers, and he assured me that this is not a reflection on the players or the management. Even when Potter was in, it wasn't a reflection on them. It was a reflection on the board and the people that say yes or no. So, eventually that message has to sink in, especially with mainstream media like TalkSport and Sky News and stuff. They need to get a grip that this is not aimed at the club, not at the squad and at the management. This is aimed at the top people in the club.
And so it should be, shouldn't it? At the end of the day, mate. You know what I mean? It should be that. Where did I see saying that?
I mean, one of the most opinionated men in journalism, in football, in England, Simon Jordan, agrees that David Sullivan should get his grubby little mitts away from this club. He's more in favour of an executive step down and then, to appoint a director of football and a CEO or whatever. I'm not against that in the slightest, but we just need to stop him from dipping his fingers into this club anymore.
Yeah, totally agree on that, man. I'm just trying to find an article when I cover before we do the Green Street. Michael says, what has happened to Cummins? Not even seen him in the under-21s team. Harry's saying
He's out on loan.
He's saying he's injured as well.
Oh, right. I thought he was on loan. Cummins. Cummins, I thought he'd gone to somewhere like Luton on loan. Might be wrong. Might be the wrong player.
Yeah. Usual sentiment. Any terrible Father Christmas impersonation. Pierre Tom says, do you think Diouf could be the next Antonio? Antonio started as a fullback.
Yeah, hang on, I've just got to let the dog out. But I don't think he will become a forward, not like that, because let's be fair, it's not Slaven Bilic that's managing him, and it's not Pellegrini or Moyes managing him. They were the three main ones that kept pushing him forward. So Diouf is 20 years old. He's come in as one of the most exciting left backs in football at the moment. I'm not saying he's the best, because, clearly there are some very good left backs around.
Yeah.
But he's come in as one of the best. And, very nice. And he's come in as a fullback, or wing back, whichever one it is. But I got a funny feeling that Nuno's just going to use him for what he is. I don't think he's going to get pushed forward. Not with Nuno anyway. And to be fair, I think he's got less of a inclination to score goals than he has to set them up. He's so damn good at setting them up.
Yeah.
His balls into the box are incredible.
I know, brilliant.
We ain't had anything like that since Payet.
No.
Really.
And the thing
not
is,
on the move,
No, at all. And I've seen some of the videos. He can actually score some decent goals and all. So it'd be good to see him get them as well. Frog says, Budgie, be fair. Sullivan get extra points on his Tesco club card.
Yeah.
And said, no, Potter was. Thanks, mate. I did wonder if that was the case. Potter wasn't Chelsea manager at Emerson. Thank you, mate.
All right, thanks.
Damon's also interested to see how Nuno uses Souček and if he does use him. And as he said, he hasn't been available since Nuno's been here. So I don't know if he's injured or something. Maybe it's that.
Yeah, I think he had a viral infection, if I'm not honest. I think it was him. I know one of the players have had a viral infection.
Good evening, Neil. Hope you're doing well, mate. And he's saying, evening. I keep hearing about January. I think we might already be adrift by then. If that is the scenario, how do you persuade anyone to come to us? I think the only person that's probably going to be doing that, persuading that, will be Nuno.
I've got a feeling you're right, mate. And I think, well, he's one of them characters, isn't he, that you love or you hate. And if you're willing to sit in front of the man and talk about the possibility of coming to play for him, then clearly you're not one of them that hate him. Otherwise, you'd refuse to speak to him.
Yeah.
So, I think he's probably one of them that's going to be, look at who he brought to Tottenham when he was there. He brought some really good players. That Kulusevski, he brought him there, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. Not a bad
he
shout.
brought some decent players in.
Yeah, I think if anything, Sullivan will probably, if Sullivan's going to do the deal, I think it'll be Nuno or get any player. I think it's only Nuno's selling the dream in that respect. But I think the good thing about it, we know Nuno can actually back it up. That's the difference.
Yeah. And he's also quite willing to throw himself onto the sword if he gets it wrong. Quite literally, he'd go, no, sorry, no, that's on me. I didn't prepare my team properly,
Nice to hear,
and that's what I think of him, is his honesty. He's got that kind of, actually, it's a Glenn Roeder type honesty. Glenn Roeder was a bit too honest for his own good at times.
Unfortunately, mate,
You know?
he was, wasn't he? Yeah, it was. As unfortunately, rest in peace, old Glenn. We signed him for Chelsea. Thanks, Colin. Frog saying, need to help the waged these days. Yes, not that help the aged. Good evening, Aces. He's saying evening to Tony, evening to Budgie.
Evening,
Good
Aces.
evening to Peter Chelmsford. Good evening. Nuno has bitten off more than he can chew with this battle. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not so sure.
I think he will get it. I say, as I said earlier, Peter, I think it's the case of this international break's probably come at the right time for us, or for Nuno.
Especially for Nuno.
You know, this is an opportunity to really work hard with the boys and try and turn our fortunes around. I think he will do. But that's you know,
and to be fair, you know, like we spoke about last night on Old School Hammers, there's only 6 players out of the first team that are, I say only, that's a half of the team, but there's 6 players out of the first team choices that are away on international duty right now. So he's got, you know, 65% of his squad still available to train with, which is a good thing because the players that are away on international duty generally pick themselves, don't they, for the match day squad.
Yeah.
So it's a good chance for him to get to see the players that are alternative players in those positions. True. You know, the likes of Magassa and, you know, Fernandez. Yeah, him. You know, it's like he's going to be away on international duty. So, you know, who's going to be stepping in there? Freddie Potts, maybe?
Hopefully, yeah.
You know, who knows? It could be very good for our youth players, this international break.
I think, the key thing with this as well, bringing in Nuno at this, what the board's done is done it early enough, I think, to give him a chance.
Yeah.
Because if you heard they was going to bring him in, you know, after this international break, that was apparently the original kind of plan. If it wasn't for Kretinsky, by the sounds of it, pushing it forward. I think it's better the devil you know, and getting him in early rather than wait until December, January, then trying to bring a manager in then. If that was a case of that, then I think we could definitely say we'll be looking at relegation for next season. But with bringing him in at this time of the year, I think there's a chance that
he's given us a fighting chance, mate.
That's I believe so, mate. Yeah, I do believe so as well.
And you know, the thing is, Kretinsky's probably spoken to Sullivan and Brady and gone, look, you lot, stop burning my money. Right? I'm going to have a bit of a say here because all you're doing is chucking my money into a fire. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to sort this out. I'm going to do this, and I will release the funds from here on in, kind of thing, for this and that. You know what I mean? And I would imagine he stepped right up because nobody can afford to have millions of pounds burned for nothing and not getting anything in return for it. Nobody can afford that. No matter how much money you've got, you can't afford to burn millions of pounds. And that's what this club does.
We need to be more sustainable. That's the key thing there, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Mike was saying, never going to change TalkSport here. Jim's even on the Sully payroll as well. Jesus. Frog's agreeing with Peter, saying it's going to be a battle by the looks of it, which I think we know it will be at this moment. Because normally, as you know, when you're down the bottom, nothing really goes for you. Who let the dogs out? Luton. So, keep an eye on Crowder. He's apparently not doing too bad there. Neil says Antonio started as a wide forward. He was a fucking excellent winger. Yeah, this is the thing. He was brilliant at Forest when we got him. And apart from being on as a coaching role, and that he's done virtually everything there. Peter Jones was saying Cummins is out for the season, injured his shoulder. Thanks, Peter, for letting us know that. That's a shame, isn't it? It's a shame.
Actually, am I right in saying that there's a video of Antonio in training with goalkeeping gloves on?
I think he did it at one point, didn't he? Because
I think that was quite early days when we first got Rush Green.
Blimey!
I'm pretty sure quite a while back. You know, I think it might have even been before the stadium move. But I'm fairly sure I've seen video footage of him, or even a photo of him with goalkeeping gloves on in the goal. You know.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to look at that picture because that'd be a good one to look at.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is one.
Frog, look at our fixtures for the rest of this season. Not many points likely with our current squad. And Aces is saying January transfer window will be interesting if Nuno Espirito Santo is still there as a manager. He'll still be there. I think he'll get it right. Oh, thanks, Damien. And Michael, please just confirm it, and Peter as well. Souček was suspended, red card. Thank you.
Correct, he was.
3-match ban under Nuno. Souček suspended. Thank you guys for that. Good evening, Terence. He says, Budgie and Tony, love you both. Pissed at Hillingdon Football Club. Toby's going to walk me home. Safe journeys back, mate. Be careful, too.
Well, mate, if you're going to Hillingdon, you've got to be pissed, haven't you? Sorry, Terence, I did not mean that. My bad, sir. I'm glad you're enjoying some football.
To Debo, JWP, Fulkrug, Wilson, Souček are more likely to go, like you said, I think with Budge. I feel we're likely to get a centre back, centre mid, centre forward in. Areas we need, basically. Usual saying, Souček is playing against Croatia tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Big up Aces.
Don't extend to internationals.
Aces, Bristol Rovers tractor supporter, Anthony. Neil says, Spuds were not the shit show we currently are. Not a fan of Nuno, but he is a solid manager. I think he will get draws, but can't see many wins, which we already badly need. I mean, I suppose like everything else, when the jury's out, we just got to see if we can turn it around first of all. We get that bit under our belt, I think then we do stand a chance. He's also saying, truth is, after his performance last season, no way a Potter should have started this season. Well, yeah, I think we can all agree on that. I mean, why we kept hold of him, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, very true, P. Yeah, Kretinsky's got enough problems with the post office at the moment. Yeah, there's a few spanners being thrown in. Yeah,
couple of stamps gone missing.
Piella Tom saying, just been looking at tonight's game scores. Faroe Islands 3-0 up against Montenegro. Yeah, Faroe Islands are finding a change around. They're getting the results.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Usually they're driving gloves. Yeah, what you saw, Antonio, weren't goalkeeping gloves.
Actually, it might have been snowman gloves. No, definitely goalkeeping gloves.
Adama Traore is 29. I'd use him as an Antonio replacement. I mean, the main thing is, I think it's Woods apparently is another one he likes, but I can't see him coming to us. Mind you, saying that the way they're going at the moment with Big Ange, you never know. Anything's possible at this stage.
Yeah.
Harry said, I think there is video footage of Antonio on the bench, Budge. Usually, possibly mittens, Neil's saying. Peter's saying, yeah, I mean, this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, Leicester keeper and Wilson basically are literally a waste of time. I mean,
I'll tell you whose gloves they were. Darren Randolph's. That's how long ago it was.
Darren Randolph.
I remember it. I can remember it now. Him and Darren Randolph, when he put his gloves on and went in the goal, and Darren Randolph taking a few shots at him.
See, I mean, Randolph weren't bad, was he? You know, he
do you know what? I liked him, and a lot of people seem to forget that he was instrumental in the last game ever at the Boleyn. He played the full 90 minutes. He pulled off a couple of wonderful saves, and it could easily have gone the other way if he hadn't have done.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people tend to forget that he was the goalkeeper on the night.
That's a good shout. Yeah, I forgot that. But I mean, this Mads Hermansen and that, I mean, like, at the end of the day, and that, for me, I think it was just sacrilege starting at the beginning, the opening game of the season. Didn't do us any favours starting him off.
No.
Someone only played one friendly and that, and we knew nothing about the kid.
Yeah. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's like, excuse me, it's like giving a bus full of school children to somebody you don't know and saying, "Oh, drive the bus to school for them." What?
Yeah.
Excuse me. My kid's on that bus. Fuck off, mate.
man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, kind of, you know, like we've just brought in this keeper from a relegated team, and we're going to start him in the opening game of the season. And it was fucking horrendous. It was horrendous.
Wasn't it?
That's when he should have gone, actually, do you know what? Come on, Ariola, get yourself in there. I'm going to just use him in the cup games for a little while. Had he have done that, there would have been no need for Fabianski to be home.
Yeah. Well, he should never have gone in the first place, in my eyes.
Absolutely.
I mean,
absolutely. And yeah, I agree.
But at the same point, friendlies, cup games and league games, they're all different things. You know, at the end of the day, you don't play in the same way in a friendly like you will do in a league game. So while we started off with a keeper like that, where we should have stuck with Ariola didn't do well in the friendlies, but should have stuck with him. He was basically our number one, so should have stuck with him.
You know, look, at the end of the day, Ariola helped us to win the trophy. He then helped us to get into the semi-final of the Europa League the following year. He also got us into the quarterfinals of the Europa League the year previous to our trophy win. So as our European, he's probably our best European keeper in history, to be fair.
Yeah.
He's probably gone further with West Ham in Europe more often or more regularly or more times than any other goalkeeper that we've had in our history. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, when you consider that and the fact that he's 27 years old, 26, 27 years old, right? He's next up for France's number one. He's never really been like a letdown. There's been times when he's made mistakes, and who don't? You know, who don't make mistakes? If you don't make mistakes, you're not human.
Yeah.
And therefore, yeah, Potter should have definitely have shown him some respect and loyalty and played him in all of the opening games. If he had have done that, I'm pretty sure we might not be in the mess we're in right now. As badly.
I agree on that as well, Budge. I must admit, you know, I think if you look at it, that was Potter putting another nail in his coffin, basically.
And stifling players like Paqueta.
Yeah.
Making them play a role. Instead of giving him carte blanche and saying, you know, go out there and be Lucas Paqueta, he's saying to him, go out there and be, I don't know, Roy Keane. That's not what he is.
He's not that player,
you know?
That's for sure.
No. Yeah. You know, so...
Colin's saying it, yeah, but Sullivan will always be involved in transfers, and that is very disheartening. For I don't trust him to keep his nose out. Well, we know he does. It's now, like, you know, as Morrill saying, good evening to Morrill, folks. He says that we officially let Cole McCauley go today. So, yeah, so now this man's gone as well. Nuno's going to bring his man in, you know, and hopefully we'll see something decent come through. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes in January. Apparently there's a midfielder we're looking at in the summer. He like as well, Macau from Lille.
Mm-hmm. Don't know much about him.
No, I have to look at that one. Tox says, I saw something today saying that Mads was not a Potter pick. Potter picking him immediately does not back that up, though, does it? Yeah, it doesn't make sense then, does it? If it was a Potter pick, why start him?
Why start him? You know, in what's undoubtedly his most important game as a West Ham manager, the opening game of the season.
Yeah,
he's already had a poor finish to the last season, and you know, it was kind of a little bit more important than he gave it himself credit for, and used the wrong keeper.
Absolutely, yeah, totally agree on that one. Aces is saying apparently Forest owner Evangelos Marinakis is very interested in bringing Sean Dyche in to Forest as a big Ange replacement. Yeah, that'll be it. Oh, dear me. Because the interesting thing was, I don't know if it was on the weekend or the game beforehand,
I can't turn it off. In the very back of the car. It's just on.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know if you saw it yourself, Budge, but apparently when Forest started losing, the Forest fans started chanting Nuno's name to say, you've made a mistake,
Yeah.
Peter
I'm
saying,
still going to be able to hear you, but I've got to go off camera. Good
take
mate.
it easy. No, it's
I've got to
mate.
go off camera quickly.
No worries. We'll catch up with the chat anyway.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Peter saying Antonio training with Brentford, hoping to get a contract till the end of the season. I did hear that it was a Premiership club. I don't know who it was, but thanks for letting us know, Peter. And Brentford. Fair play to him. Michael plays goal difference is like a negative 3 points. Yeah, I think -10, I think the last time I saw it. Neil says local kids around here would let Antonio drive the bus. Let me just put him on mute. Damien said the way Potter handled the Areola situation told me everything I needed to know about him. Yeah, I agree on that one as well. Yep, 100%. And congratulations for Mama for being a member for 10 months, and she's saying thank you all for the warm welcome back. Mama, it's been a pleasure, and we have concerns reached out to you. I should have reached out a little bit more, but we're all pleased and really happy that you're doing well and good to see you back. That's it, mate.
Oh yeah, no, I did it as well. Sorry. And yes, welcome back, Mum. I'm glad to know that you're better and you're healthier.
Yeah.
Always good to hear that.
I agree on this one though. Fabs is still the best keeper of the club in my opinion.
Yeah, still, yeah. Having, what I was saying earlier was we'd already let Fabianski go and Mads was in. So he should have gone with Areola.
Yeah.
And then we wouldn't be in the mess that we're in and we wouldn't have had to have brought Fabianski back. And then, as you said, should never let him go.
No. For me, Baz, I'll still say it now. He should be made a goalkeeping coach.
Absolutely. And he still should be, even if he's playing staff as well. Because he's not going to get that many games, but he should be able to pass his knowledge on. He probably does to the other keepers. He probably trains with them. And because of his knowledge and his experience, he probably passes that on, especially to the younger guys in the academy when he gets to meet them. I don't know how often that would be because they train in different places now, don't they? Most of the academy. I think it's only the 21s that train at Rush Green, isn't it? The others are at the other place. What's it called?
It's still at Chadwell Leaf. Yeah, still at Chadwell Leaf.
Chadwell, yeah.
Don't say Moyes took a year to swap Fab and Fabianski out of respect. True, yeah.
He did.
Terence saying, Budgie, love your banter. 13.60 a pint. Plus 3 bits at the bar. Loving it. And you and Tony together. Nice one. 13.60 a pint.
£13.60 for a pint. What is he drinking? Firewater.
I'm hoping it's £3.60 a pint. That's probably what I'm pissed. I'm hoping it's £3.60 a pint.
£13.60 a pint. That's got to be champagne or something, isn't it? Surely.
Hope that magic sponge isn't cold, Mama Flossie Matt saying. Nice and warm. Brilliant. Moore saying Potter created a new problem regarding the goalkeeping position with a much bigger priorities to address as a centre mid and striker. Yeah, great. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Peter saying, why don't Wales have their names on the back of their shirts? Just makes you wonder, did they lose out?
It washes off in the sea. There's somebody in the chat has just said, why don't Wales have their name on the back of their shirt? I said it washes off in the sea.
And a very good morning to David Shear, Good morning, or good morning, Tony Cobber and all. 4 a.m. from Western Australia. Come on, you Spurs.
Oh.
David,
4
pleasure as
a.m.
always.
David, you're relentless, mate. Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah.
Getting up at that time in the morning.
I hope you're doing well and life's treating you good out there, David. Thanks for coming in as always. Really appreciate you being here, mate. Damon's saying he didn't like Areola, I could tell. There's a lot of them from the Moyes era who didn't like Potter. Yeah, players ain't stupid. They know exactly when they're happy with someone or not.
Yeah, and look, we've had many conversations, Tone, and on the the David Moyes scenarios that we've experienced since we've known each other and that. And the one thing that we kind of always maintained, that both of us have always said, that he always had a great rapport with his players. It's been said in many different ways, but we've always said that there was a connection between the players and Moyes. Although the results were going downhill in the last year or so, there were still players that were going out there and performing for him. You're like your Stochek, Soufal, your Jared Bowen, who actually would perform as long as he's got that claret and blue sock on, I believe.
I believe that as well, mate. Believe that. Pilia Tom saying Potter probably had money on Paqueta getting a booking. Aces is saying Sullivan's waiting for Poundland sounds to begin. Yeah, knowing that bloody idiot. There you go. Damien said he's a left-footed defensive midfielder. Macau for Lille. Thank you very much, mate. And he's
Apparently
saying
Bowen's on.
He's on there, brilliant. Him and Troy would be a great January window for us if we can get both of those over the line.
Him and who?
Him and Adam Troy. So we can get a Dharma Troy and him. Be a good fix.
Sorry. Do you know who I thought you said? Troy. And I thought you meant Troy Deeney. I was going to say, don't let him anywhere near this club.
Dusting his boots off and back out of retirement.
You know what I mean?
Nothing beats this new player we're going for, though, from Peter. He's saying we're looking at another German striker called I'm Shit.
I'm Shit.
He said obviously them two would set a counter-attacking system, which sounds good. Jocks are 1-1 at the moment. Thank you for that, Michael. Bowen coming on is saying there. Well, Bowen getting 20-odd minutes for fuck's sake. Yeah. He's feeling for Ward-Prowse not getting game time under Nuno. I think it's, I don't know. I don't know what happened at Forest, but there's some reason he just
didn't get game time.
Nah, just didn't like
he didn't get game time there.
And
then again, though, neither did Jesse Lingard. And we know what electric form he was in when he left us to go there.
Yeah, true.
And he didn't get games either.
Yeah, he got a bit of delusions of grandeur, though, didn't he? That was the problem. He went for the money more than anything else. Yeah, like Michael's saying, it's a friendly, so no names on the shirts. That's why, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, England team has no names either. There you go. He ain't Prem standard now, Aces, JWP. Thank you, Aces, as well. Scotland 1, Greece 1. Yeah, Trade went in there. Apparently picks Porter for great save. Pierre Tom saying, I've heard a few players had a connection with Loppy, mainly on the chin.
Jadivo being one of them, no doubt.
Yeah. Well, look, Peter's asking the question, who was shown around the training ground by Brady and Noble? Possible buyers? Well, I did kind of allude to something the other day, and I was trying to find the article just a minute ago. Obviously, I mentioned yesterday, and I don't know if you saw it as well, Budge. Spurs had another offer they've turned down another offer to buy Spurs. So they're talking about, obviously, there's the Qatari family being mentioned. You've got, obviously, the American investors. And then, of course, there is, which I've heard before, and it's reared its head a little bit again, this Amanda Staveley.
Oh, yeah.
That come from
one that's just stepped out of Newcastle, yes.
Yeah. So,
is she really that rich? I mean, does she really have that much money that she could just go and buy a club like Tottenham or a club like West Ham United?
Well, see, when she came to Newcastle, and Mama probably will vouch for this in the comments. So when she came in, her and her husband, they bought they were the ones that they were the broker basically bringing the owners in, but they had shares around 6%, which then increased. I think 10% and then decreased to 6% or something like that. Either way around.
Right.
So I think once because she was ill, I do believe, and that's one of the reasons why she left Newcastle as well. But she got a nice payoff because that percentage she had with the club, and it was in the region around about £500 million apparently.
Really?
So yeah, she's got a bit of money to burn at the moment, and I don't know what her husband's worth, as well.
Right.
So
Okay. So she got like $500 million basically then from the Qatari investors that went into Newcastle. Yeah.
Yeah, just by the shares alone that she had in the club.
Just by the shares that she had in the club.
Mm.
That's a lot of money. 500 million. That's a lot of money. But that doesn't buy Tottenham Hotspur. And it certainly don't buy West Ham. The reason I'm saying it that way is because David Sullivan's already said 800 plus.
Well, you got to remember that's her money. She only comes in to broker, get it all set up and whatnot.
Right, so basically, she puts in, say, 350 of her money, and her husband puts in, say, 500.
They bring in the investors. They bring in the ones that the actual people that will take the club. So she'd do she's the kind of bridge, the dam between the two kind of thing. She does that side of it.
Oh, right. So she's the Kia Gorbachev then.
Basically, yeah, Kia Gorbachev. What a God, dear me, man. Jesus Christ.
She's in there, isn't she? She puts things in place and then goes, right, get all that money.
Gone. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you can't keep them. You can only borrow them for 5 months. What the fuck?
Or who's the other one? Michael Tabor.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you this money. I'll give you this money, but I want it back. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I want it back. The fuck, Michael, please say
He's staying in Formula One. He tried to invest in Formula One.
Yeah, that's right as well, yeah.
The Benetton team, I think it was, he tried to invest in. And they said to him, look, mate, you might have 100 million quid you're going to throw at us, but the fact is, the guy that's what was his name? Flavio Briatore. He coughs that up every morning before breakfast. And he's like, oh, right. Oh, okay, then.
It's one of those, yeah, definitely.
I know, yeah.
Dear me. Look, Mike was saying we need Dion Dublin. He would do no worse. Well, he does owners under the hammer. You never know. He could sell the London Stadium while we've got a chance. Yeah. Peter saying,
mate, I'd be happy to get Colton Cole back right now.
The way it's going. Yeah, I mean, obviously they're saying that again. JWP linked with going back to Southampton. Usual saying Modric is 40 and still playing like a man half his age for Croatia. I mean, that bloke's immense, isn't he? Absolutely immense, Modric.
Oh God, what as a player? You mean? Yeah. I mean, as a person, he's quite small, but
yeah.
As a player, I think he's a monster, mate. When he did come to Tottenham, I was kind of a bit sceptical. A lot of the Tottenham fans that I knew were all, as they do with every player they get, that they were all like, he's the next best thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, yeah, he ain't kicked a bloody ball yet. Shut up and let's see what he does. And I think I've probably made about half a dozen bets with a few of my Tottenham fans. I was saying, they were saying, oh, he'll have 10 goals this season. I said, he won't get 10 goals and assists, you dickheads. Right? He got 19 goals and assists in his first season. I was gutted. 19 goals and assists. I was gutted. It cost me about 50 quid.
I was say broke overnight after that kind of thing.
I was, yeah. Couldn't go to the pub for a month.
Dear me. Matt's saying Enoch pumped in another £100 million into Spurs today, apparently. So they're obviously they said they're going to turn things around. There you go, Michael. Please, Newcastle gave Mandy 500 million as a thank you. Asa says Mikel Antonio talking to Keith Andrews after United's victory, so he offered him trials for Brentford. Fair play if Antonio is going to.
He's actually had a couple of training sessions with them.
Yeah.
You know,
So
and I
fair
think
play.
that new manager that's there, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, it's that Keith Andrews. That's the one.
Keith Andrews, yeah. I think he's admired Antonio for a while, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, even as an older player, he's going to be an asset to them. Let's be fair.
Of course he is. It's the
Right,
experience.
come on, Mickey. We've got 11 minutes to go. We need a goal. Get yourself out there.
Yeah, he'll give you the experience as well. Peter, I mean, you already answered that around about 800 million. You're saying it, the valuation for West Ham.
That was what he said, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mama says it's not her money. They lead consortiums. Amanda only ever invests small amounts. She brokers a deal, which I thought that's what she does.
Right.
So I think that, you know, because obviously they've been turned down a couple of times by Spurs now. I mean, they want to buy into a Premier League club. So who knows? Who knows?
Who does know? Yeah.
Good evening, Jeff. Good evening to the Bowling Lounge as well. Evening, Am, as he's saying. Obviously, if you haven't already, make sure you go over to the Bowling Lounge. Give me a little like, share, and subscribe to what he does. As we all know, for small channels like us, it all helps.
Tony and I often pop on there, so it's well worth getting in there. Give him a subscribe. Yeah.
Make sure he gets him in there. Neil saying the Amanda Staveley rumours are she was forced out of Newcastle. There was a suggestion there was something right, or was it falling out? She was ill, Neil. She was ill. She took quite a bad turn, so that's one of the reasons why she was getting out of Newcastle.
Yeah.
Michael Lee said she's equivalent of Trip Smith, knows lots of billionaires.
Nothing wrong with that.
Matt say, look, yeah, Kia Jorbachang. Oh my god. Yes, she's a human at the moment. Yeah, absolutely.
He was my hero for 5 months.
You remember that, man? Mandy's saying, I bet we don't get.
I remember the 2 men he brought to the club, though, Tone.
Oh, Jesus, man. Yes.
Him and Mascherano. Carl Seves and Mascherano.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so Aidan Mullins kept Mascherano out of the team. Fair play, Aidan Mullins. But we all know what Mascherano went on to do.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. You know, and but you said fair play to Aidan Mullins in that one. Mandy's saying, I bet we don't get 10 million for JWP. I think someone said around about 5, basically.
I reckon we should just cut our losses and take what we can.
Yeah, be easier.
Even if they offer us 50 quid and a pork pie.
Collins says Amanda Staveley walked away with 500 million, but she would be involved in a consortium as she was. Yeah, she is indeed. Yeah. Jeff saying, to be fair, Modric was the best thing since sliced bread. What a player. Yeah, still is.
It was.
Still is.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, all my mates at Tottenham fans that I had these bets with, they're all saying he's an ex. Mate, I was called sunblessed for about 3 days. It was ridiculous because, like they were saying, told you, sliced bread, mate. Oh, yeah, right.
Pierre Tom said, I want to give a green shield stamp for JWP. Green shield stamps, remember them?
I do, and pink shield stamps.
Pink shield, and what was the other thing? Oh, the old luncheon vouchers used to be able to get.
Yeah, luncheon vouchers, and the old co-op stamps. Remember them?
Jesus. 3 meal tops for JWP. Harry's saying about that to Mandy. Peter says James Milner and Danny Welbeck still proving people well into their 30s. Yeah, I mean James Milner, bloody hell.
Yeah. I mean, come on, look. Let's be fair. Even Mikel Antonio proved himself until, you know, his car crash. Up until that point, that man was still dangerous. You know, dangerous in any forward position. So, you know, like, yeah, we've had a couple of players that have been very useful later in their lives. Craig Bellamy being one of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
what was he? He was 31 when we got him, wasn't he? 31, 32.
How old was what's the other fella's name?
Ian Wright?
No, not him. David Speedy.
David Speedy, yeah. He was, what, 32 when we got in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ian Wright was about 19,400 when we got in. Bless him. I still love that man. I tell you, honestly, Ian Wright he's a proper footballing icon. You know, regardless of who he grew up playing for, you know, and so on and so forth. The fact that he is still one of the most loved people on TV as a pundit just is a testament to what kind of a person he always has been. You know, he's always been that cheeky chappy that, you know, you don't leave your silver out, but, you know, you can trust him with your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, do
you know what I mean? That's the kind of characterization I have of him, right? Anyway. And that's always gone down well in the East End. And when he came to West Ham, you know, he saw a bit of that, you know.
True. Absolutely. Yeah. You're saying, he also says, bring back luncheon vouchers. Remember them. Yeah. Colin said the man that Staveley broke his deal. She broke the deal for Newcastle and Man City as well. So yeah. she's doing all right.
We used to spend luncheon vouchers in the pub.
Oh, in the pub as well. Okay. I remember seeing on the chip on the old wall on the.
Well, you know, I mean, like a lot of pubs used to do food, didn't they?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, back in the day, and we used to, like, when we were 15 and that, school thought they were clever giving us luncheon vouchers. Yeah, no, we were clever because we went up their local pub, which is the one I live right near at the moment, and we were getting beers. 15 with our luncheon vouchers.
That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
We might get a hot pie once in a while. You never know.
Did you eat? Yeah, of course I did. Apparently, Aces are saying Scotland are 2-1 up against Greece, so they're doing all right for themselves. Peter saying, usual, was you a regular at Cynthia Payne's? I've heard she took luncheon vouchers. Cynthia.
God.
Peter saying, how much did Man United pay for Tevez?
I think they paid somewhere in the region of 40 million for him.
Yeah, 42 million, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Listen, Tone, I'm going to have to go, mate, because I've just been sent another job through on my app.
I'm just going to catch up in the chat, and we will wrap this up and that. And unfortunately, we won't do the Green Street Elites tonight. But you know, let's just catch up with this.
Can I let you do the wrap up, mate? Because if I'm late for this job, they're going to get moan their food's cold and that.
No worries, mate. Budge, thanks for being with us.
Listen, everybody in the chat, thank you for joining. Thanks for all your comments. I will catch up with you next week. Next week, I won't be working. So, thanks, Tone, for the show. As always been good. And don't forget to hit the like button, everybody, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Take care.
Thanks, mate.
See you
Take
next
it easy,
week.
bud. Ta-da, mate. Thanks again.
Bye.
Ta-da, mate. Bye-bye. Yeah, Bonzo's 41 when he was still going strong. Don't forget Gareth Barry. Yeah, Gareth Barry as well. Yeah, look, good evening, Eamon as well. Nigel Winterburn. Bloody hell, yeah. Let's just take Badgie's face out from there. Can't remember Miss Whiplash. Miss Whiplash. Sheringham. Yeah, he was doing a good one. He's 38. Liam Brady. Bloody hell, man. Peter saying Bellamy was 27 when he joined West Ham, not in his 30s. Thank you, Peter, for that. Jeff saying, Liam Brady, what a magnificent player that we got late in his career. Of course, we didn't see the best of him, but he was brilliant in his time. Yeah, I mean, he was good. I liked him, because he spoke to the youngsters as well. So I did like him. Aces is saying, obviously, I was gutted when Ian Wright left in June 98. Times happen, don't they? They move on. Yeah, I thought it was 42 million. Thanks, Mark, for that. 42 million and 3 points for Tevez. You're just saying, Budgie, was you allowed to use your Russian book as well? Bloody hell, man. Jeff saying, yeah, Budgie, got to see you, bud. Absolutely. And Peter says, John Radford banged him in for Arsenal, then fuck all for us. That was like David Kelly, though, Peter, wasn't it? When you look at David Kelly scoring goals for fun from Leicester, come to us and that, couldn't even hit the barn door from 3 yards out. That's how bad he was. That man just couldn't cut a break in that. But people in the chat, that is it for tonight. Thank you very much for being with us, etc. We've covered a few things, and it's just kind of, as you know, with the international break here, Yeah, Peter, he never scored a goal for us, did he? Okay, it's a question mark. Maybe there's a debate on that one. No, he didn't. He's saying. But yeah, thanks for being with us. The international breaks here and that, so going to be a little bit quiet on that respects. But as always, great for having you with us. Do love communicating with everyone, and it's good to see the chat going as well. And Mama saying, thanks, Tont. You're most welcome, Mama, as always. And also thanks to the chat. And Michael saying, good night. Take care. Stay safe. Yeah. And make sure you enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll look forward to seeing you soon. You're most welcome, usual. Thanks again for being with us. And Peter saying, yeah, cheers all. Take care. Thanks, Peter. Well done, Tony. Like. Thank you very much, Mandy. Appreciate you being with us. It's good to see you again. And like I said, enjoy the rest of your evening. And obviously, the weekend is virtually upon you. Make sure you have a good one as well. And as Jeff's saying, nice one, Tony. I'm late to the party, but I'm sure it was a great show. I'll catch up tomorrow. Same with yours as well, Jeff. Thanks for being with us in that. And hopefully I'll jump on with your show soon as anyway. But like I said, take care, everyone. Good night, and come on, you irons.